Do you volunteer to be a victim? Why do people are attracted to be victim? So it's clear victimhood is not genetic or DNA or personality trait. It is purely your decision. By volunteering, what are the benefits to them? Then why don't you volunteer to be a victim? That's a big question. And Rich Dad comes with a big answer. Victimhood is the condition of having been hurt, damaged, or made to suffer, especially when you want people to feel sorry for you. Because of this, or use it as an excuse for something else. Luckily for those with a victim mentality personality, it is not uncontrollable. Victim mentality is only a choice and can be treated by understanding how deep they are. Now we will go through the video under broad category of why victimhood, effects of victimhood, treatment of victim syndrome, support from others, self-correction, and playing victim.
Why victimhood? Some individuals think and behave with a victim mentality. However, they are not born this way. Nor does it come out of thin air. Individuals develop a victim mentality after being the victim of someone else's cruel actions. While it may seem dramatic to someone on the outside, the individual likely truly feels this way and is suffering. This pain can be caused by a stranger, a family member, a friend, a romantic partner, a group of people, etc. Victim mentality can arise from past trauma, betrayal, codependency, manipulation.
This can lead to many psychological symptoms, some of which may include constantly feeling helplessness, being passive, feeling out of control, acting pessimistic, having negative thoughts, various levels of depression, feeling of guilt, shame, and self-blame, etc. Is there a treatment for victim syndrome? Experts believe that to treat victim mentality, the individual victimizing themselves must first understand what they are doing. They must truly understand why they believe everyone is out to get them. As with most psychological treatments, there are varying levels of severity. An individual with victim mentality may seek help from a therapist, counselor, or other trained professional.
Support from others. When someone faces multiple circumstances that make them a victim, it can be very difficult to break free from the victim mentality. Being empathetic. Acknowledging their pain. Avoiding labeling them as a victim. Acknowledging their negative behaviors, such as how they place blame, complain, and ignore their own responsibility in a situation. Providing a safe space for talking and sharing. Setting boundaries with them. Asking questions to boost their confidence, like, "What are you good at?" Encouraging them to seek help from a professional. Self-correction. Regardless of the method, there are steps that must be taken by themselves to treat their own victim mentality. These may include having self-compassion. Ask themselves why they're feeling this way. Being kind to others. Taking control of their decisions and actions. Redefining bad situations in their brain. Forgiving others. Leaving their comfort zones. Self-help books, podcasts, seminars, etc. Practice having gratitude for their life.
However, victim mentality is not always truthful. People with bad intentions may pretend to be a victim. Someone with hidden agenda may pretend to be a victim in order to control someone. Gain sympathy. Avoid taking responsibility for situations. win an argument, gain attention for themselves. See the forceful video from Ron Malhotra.
They actually feel helpless about everything. And it's actually even worse for the real victims. If you're a real victim and you are actually a person who has no options because there is no solution for your life. Maybe you're going through such a critical illness, or maybe there are genuine threats to your life. What happens is, because there are so many normal people acting like victims, it actually takes attention away from the real victims. You have to spot the language of victimhood. People who think they're victims are always, they always think that they're the only ones it's happening to. They're the ones that will blame circumstances. They never take responsibility. They always have something else or someone else to blame. There's always something else or someone else that is responsible for where I'm at. Oh, you don't know what happened to me, Ron. Oh, yes, I do, because all of the stuff that's happened to you doesn't just happen to you. Bad things happen to everybody, and bad things happen to good people as well. Who hasn't experienced the death of a loved one at some point? Who hasn't had a health scare at some point? Who hasn't failed in life at some point, or hasn't been betrayed at some point, or has had financial loss at some point? Everybody has faced those things, but not everybody is defeated by those things. And that is the difference between victors and victims. I just think that a lot of people who are victims, who choose to be victims, are not real victims. They're actually volunteers who have decided to become victims. As there's a saying that, when adversity strikes, some people break and other people break records. And I decided that one day I wanted to be the person who would take every single adversity and challenge and betrayal and loss and use it as a stepping stone towards success. But these days, the mediocrity culture has infiltrated our society to the extent where the middle class, who have never had it so good in their life, are constantly playing victim. They never have the time. They always feel like their problems are genuine, and no wonder they're failing. No wonder they're miserable. They are not living into the power of the human spirit. They're not going after the things that they want. They genuinely believe everybody's out to get them. That kind of mentality can never succeed, because victims do not become victors. This is why I have been on this path of empowering people. I actually genuinely empower people. And I can tell you, some people love being victims. Why? Because it's the only time they get attention. So rather than earning attention, what they do is they make themselves helpless. And in a mediocrity-based culture, when people empathize with you, it's seen as kindness. But what a lot of people don't realize is, when you empathize with somebody when they're playing a victim, you're actually destroying their spirit. You're not lifting them. And the only reason we do it is because it makes us feel good. So if you're playing victim, instead of me saying, hey, get over it, bad stuff happens to everybody, come on, get up, take responsibility, fix it. If I act like, oh no, it's okay, it's so bad that it's happened to you. Yes, that person is a jerk, your boss is a jerk, your boyfriend is a jerk, whatever I say, you know why I'm saying it? Not because I care about you, because I'm trying to be likable to you. Right? It's actually very selfish when I facilitate the victimhood in you instead of breaking the pattern of victim. Ultimately, I realized that the reason I was anxious was because I was living too much in the future. And when I was depressed, I was living too much in the past. And I realized it was my own inability to manage my own thoughts and emotions. That the problem can't be externally fixed just by taking some pills or by acting like a victim. And yes, it's going to get me a lot of short-term sympathy. That's why they say misery loves company. If you act miserable, you're going to get a lot more attention. You're going to get a lot more people liking you. You're going to get a lot more people feeling sorry for you. And it gets that attention, but it destroys you.
As we have said, no one is really a victim. It is only someone playing as victim. We explore the harmful effects of playing the victim and how it can hinder personal growth and relationships. Remember, we all face challenges in life, but it's essential to take responsibility for our actions and choices and move from victim to victor. It's been an eye-opening discussion, and I hope you have gained valuable insights from it. I would love to hear your thoughts on this topic in the comments below. Let us engage in a meaningful discussion and support each other in our journey of self-improvement. And remember, you have the strength to overcome any challenge life throws your way. Thank you once again for being a part of this incredible community. I am grateful for each one of you. Until next time, take care and keep striving for personal growth and happiness.